petering out.
Petering out again. Yeah.
It's constant petering out on the Petering Out podcast.
Welcome back. Get your peters out and your headphones in.
That's so stupid.
Or get your headphones in and get your peters out.
It's the Game of Thrones episode.
Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. This Peter is spitting out spoilers.
That episode didn't have much spoiler. Everything was expected.
It was like a recap, and then everybody who needed to meet finally met.
Finally met, and they said exactly what you expected them to say.
Yeah.
Kind of. But the only things was Jamie showing up to the fucking
Winterfell by himself.
Yeah, and then the Umber kid getting killed.
Yeah. Yeah, what does it do with all the arms and stuff though?
I don't know. They always do that.
I feel like there's like a symbol to that.
They do that. They do that all the time. They always like kill stuff and like put limbs and shapes of spirals and stuff.
Do they?
Yeah.
I never noticed.
Yeah, they do that to like horses. Like, they do that all the time. Man, those White Walkers are so scary. They're like one of the scariest things. Villains.
Yeah.
TVs or like it's like a horror. Like when they're around, it's like a horror movie, and it's like so scary.
Yeah, because they're all so strong. Even just like the regular ones.
Yeah, but it's not like ridiculous. Like how whatchamacallit was World War Z. Like they were like ridiculous.
Yeah, because they could run really fast. They're like
superheroes.
They just climb on top of each other, right? Just making towers.
You're like a superhero after you turn into one of those things.
Yeah.
But like these things are just like fucking relentless.
Yeah, and there's so many of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
World War Z, didn't they get in a helicopter and they couldn't get away from it?
Yeah, because they started running and piling up on each other.
like fucking ants.
That shit's stupid. On one of the last season, the one where they kill the dragon. Like, there's some parts of that. Did you notice like they had like so many people on screen that like at some points the people that were on screen, they didn't even really have much, like they just all were almost basically just in black unitards or whatever.
Oh really?
Yeah, like they barely had anything like decorating them as being like fucking White Walkers or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, like I would just see like people grabbing at them and they're just like in unitards.
Like they didn't get CG'd or anything?
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah, I was like wondering, who the fuck are these guys? They just look like like, you know, like those fucking like when they do those things where they have the black background and then they have people like in black suits and they're like doing stuff to make.
Oh yeah,
like
in the back to make it look like it's floating and shit.
Yeah, that's what those guys were like.
Funny. It was just like a big editing error.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that show's like so like well done. And so many hours of content, like whatever. There's bound to be some mistakes.
Yeah. Maybe that was the thing, and then like that's the only way they could get something that big done that way, and maybe that's why it took 2 years to do.
In that amount of time, and
yeah, maybe that's why it took 2 years to do.
Could have just been something stupid like a contract issue.
Shit, even bigger.
With the agency that hires the fucking background actors. And they're like, we lost half of our background actors.
Oh shit.
And they're like, fuck.
Alright. This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Or with the costume, the costume company or whatever.
I have an idea. Hear me out. Unitards.
And then we'll have the other costumes. So you just see some guys with the pants and this one just has the top. That's how it was though. It was kind of like that. Like they had some parts, but not like everything. It was weird.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to have been it. Probably just short on props, and they're just like, all right.
I noticed it like right away. I don't know why. I was like, what the fuck are these guys? God, they didn't like, their faces were like normal dudes. Like, you could see that they had the, where it's just the whole face, and the unitard comes all the way up to here, and like, it's just like a regular guy, like some white guy.
Oh, really?
Out of shape white guy, like.
Oh, yeah, they for sure forgot CGI. It was like that.
But he still had some armor parts on. That was weird. I don't know.
It's probably like, yeah, it's probably like a template or something. Like they have like certain pieces.
Some parts CGI and
yeah,
like that.
That way they can see like how it kind of lays, and they can do it even better.
Yeah, it's funny though.
Oh man. What else? Yeah, it was all just. I'll pretty much just catch up.
A lot of stuff I did forget about.
Yeah, I completely forgot about. I forgot that the guys that
the pirate guys.
No. That that Daenerys burned were the Tarleys.
Yeah.
That shit was sad.
Yeah, that was pretty sad. And then let's see. Yeah, that was about it. Everything else was pretty much.
Yeah, that was the only.
I forgot about what's her name being captured. The sister, Reek's sister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she grew a pair and saved her.
I had forgotten what happened to Gendry.
Did you see him?
Huh?
You saw it?
Yeah. He was in there, but I forgot he was still with with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was at where did he end up last? With the fire guys, right?
Yeah, somehow.
And then, no, he escaped the fire guys because they were gonna sell him to. They were gonna sacrifice him. Or they gave him to what's his name?
Oh, yeah, they gave him to Stannis, right? And then, then he went off to sea, and he came back. But who did he come back to?
I don't remember.
Or how did he come back?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Oh, it was the old guy. It was the old guy who helped him get away. I don't know.
Yeah, it was the onion knight.
I don't remember it all, man. Damn. Yeah, I don't know how he came back into the picture. Was it Varys or something?
No. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Did he end up at Castle Black? No, huh? Because how did he start making the dragon glass? How did they be like, you're the one doing the dragon glass?
Because he was a blacksmith, right? And then he went with Jon and the Hound and everyone to go get the White Walker body, right? Yeah. Took it back, and he's probably like, yeah, I could probably do something with this.
Yeah. I don't remember who he went to, but yeah, and then I forgot about this. Those were the only, and then those were the only characters that I. But what I don't remember Jamie, like, because there was nothing. He was just like. When what's her name? When Cersei told him that she was gonna betray everybody or whatever, he was like, "Oh, this bitch is crazy."
No, I remember. No. At the end of the season, he was like going on his way. He was leaving.
He took off.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect him to go to fucking straight to the Starks or whatever.
I figured he was. Yeah. I thought he would have like a little army or something with like a little bit of people
that would
be with
him.
He
looked tan as fuck when he showed up. I was like, "Is this Mexican guy?"
I don't know if he was tan or if he was just dirty because from the traveling.
He was real tan. Yeah, that was a funny scene, and fucking Brant
just looking
fucking staring at him with those creepy ass eyes.
I saw another like reaction videos. Like Brant was just in the same spot. Like what? They just left him out there after they took him outside. Nobody moved him.
Well, because everybody probably goes up to him and he's like, "No,
no, I'm waiting."
Nobody wants to talk to him. Apparently, he knows everything, but nobody wants to talk to him.
Yeah. Well, everyone thinks thinks he's crazy.
Going around him and shit. But he says shit that's like, how could you possibly know that? It's clearly the truth. There's no way that you should know that, but you know that.
Yeah, it is on the like. Yeah, well, he tells Daenerys and Jon like, "Oh yeah, they took your dragon, and the White Walkers are on their way right now." Yeah. Like, you don't explore any of that. You just like go back. You're just like, all right, let's have a meeting.
Yeah, it's fucking. And then I hate how, like, okay, there's dragons and dead things. But you're not gonna believe that fucking Bran has some sort of psychic abilities.
Yeah, it's a super. Yeah, has superpowers.
You know, like you've seen all this crazy shit. Even Jon Snow got resurrected from the dead. Yet, they're gonna think that Bran's crazy because he's fucking has some fucking telekinesis and shit or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like he's so. That's what that kind of shit gets me mad all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make the most sense in the world.
But I mean, with any show that involves fantasy, there's always holes.
Yeah.
No matter what. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Because they gotta create a problem. When there's all that stuff going on, there's gotta be some way to have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like, yeah, literally, Bran's like the one who could just tell you everything, how everything's gonna go.
But even if he does, it's still like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, it still seems to me like these fucking White Walkers, like, they're pretty powerful. They're very formidable, so it's like...
I mean, the Night King could just fucking toss javelins across the fucking earth, like, at dragons and shit.
And kill it and, like, easily kill it.
Yeah, and take it.
Yeah, turn it to fucking a blue eyes white dragon. And then if he gets all three of them, he could fucking do the blue eyes ultimate dragon.
That's gonna be the end, and then he wins.
Yeah.
Sounds so ridiculous.
That's what's cool about the show, because it's like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's like really well done.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
Like shit can always happen. What about next episode? You think next episode's gonna have any big things, or you think it's gonna be more?
It's gonna be more like
exposition.
Yeah, and then at the end, I think
something's gonna happen, and it'll be like next episode.
It's gonna be like Dragon Ball Z and shit.
Yeah.
And then and then the third episode, shit's crazy.
It's just gonna be nonstop. I feel like once it gets crazy, it's just gonna be nonstop for the next episode.
Well, they're long.
For the rest of the episodes.
They're really long.
I think next one's 58 minutes, and then it goes up to.
Well, they say that there's the longest consecutive battle sequence
ever.
Well, what that's not I mean, I'm sure it's like crazy feat, but like, there's not that many battles like that in any movies. Like, I guess Troy would be the one.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like 45 minutes was the longest one before.
Really? Of a battle scene? 45 minutes?
Yeah, because I think they said it's like an hour long battle sequence. So there would have to be a previous battle sequence that was around there, unless they're just completely destroying the record.
But but at that point, what do you consider continuous? Because like 45 minutes, that's a long time battle scene. Like, that seems ridiculous. Or whatever. Like, I don't remember any movies being like that.
I don't know.
Other than like Shooter, but that's not like that. It's like an action movie.
Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe I just like heard it, and maybe I just like made it up, and I felt like I heard it. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I feel like I heard something about like an hour, like around an hour long battle sequence.
Yeah, I mean, I guess some of those Avenger movies, the battle sequences are pretty long. They don't feel like that long, right?
No, they don't. Well, it depends on what they consider a continuous battle sequence.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you consider, like, okay, even though, like, there's parts in between, it's all the same battle going on? So you consider that continuous battle?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or is it going to be like they're in the middle,
Or it's following.
They're fighting, but then there's also some people like you just see fighting in the background while fucking like John and somebody are talking or some shit. Yeah, I don't know.
Or it's like, or do they consider like that this one battle that lasted over days is continuous?
What if it lasts like 2 episodes long?
Yeah.
Entire battle.
I don't know. Yeah, because that seems like a long time.
Well, I mean, the last 2 episodes are 80 minutes.
Yeah. Or the last 3, no?
No, the last 2, and then the third one, the third episode 4. Right? Episode 4 is like 72 or some shit, or 68.
Oh, same thing.
Yeah.
I hate how I have to wait a whole week to watch the next one. It sucks.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, but it still sucks. It's like, fuck, I want to know what's going to happen, man. I just want to watch the whole thing. Because that episode was just like, seemed so short.
Yeah. It was a Peter teaser.
Said Peter teaser.
I didn't even get a chance to peter out.
It's only halfway there.
My peter was only halfway out.
You got anything else on Game of Thrones?
No, just, I mean, for some reason everyone's giving their predictions of who's gonna win.
Well, everyone's been doing that before the show even started.
Yeah.
Before the season started.
Yeah. But I don't think that anybody's gonna win.
Yeah, it would definitely be like...
It's not gonna be like, oh, win, you're winning. What are you winning?
Uh-huh.
Fucking...
Yeah,
the title that everybody...
I bet what'll happen is like they'll beat the Night King somehow, but the world's gonna be so fucked up that there's no point in having the king of the 7 kingdoms, right? Or the lead, whatever, king or queen.
Yeah. Well,
they're just gonna have to like build something new.
Or they're just gonna destroy all the fucking...
Yeah, or the Night King just wins and everything...
No, or they just destroy Westeros, because there's still like a whole... That's just like one... It's like a...
One kingdom.
Like a half a continent or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's still a lot more places. And then they can't... Or apparently they can't cross water. Unless this fucking Night King... I don't know why this Night King can't make boats.
Ice boats.
He's fucking smart enough to be all tactical as fuck, but he can't make boats for his fucking...
Yeah. So how did they cross that river that John got away from? Or was it an ocean?
They can't swim.
They can't swim. No, because you know how when John went back to the wildlings to try and get them out of the north. Yeah. What body of what was that? Just like an ocean?
A lake, maybe. They had to go around it. I don't know.
Because I don't know. Now I'm thinking like how did they get where they are now?
It's another hole we're fighting in the fucking.
They can't cross water. Yeah. How'd they just cross water?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, isn't Westeros like an island?
Nah, I don't think so.
I thought it was completely surrounded by water.
I think it's a peninsula, and then the north being blocked off by that wall. So it seems like an island, but I think it's a peninsula because of the wall. Because they can't go north.
Right.
Or you don't want to go north because fucking crazy shit.
So then they could probably everyone could probably just go to Dorne, right? Because that's like a...
Yeah, but I figure these things gotta make... Well, because that's what what's her name was saying, that the pirate bitch. That's why she's supposed to help Daenerys if anything goes wrong, to help her go to the island. Because the fucking White Walkers can't go to the island. Because they can't cross water. So stupid.
I mean, Night King has a dragon. He could fly anywhere he wants.
And he can't make boats for his fucking dead army or whatever.
Well, I'm sure he could just steal the boats that he.
You could make boats out of like bones of.
I'm sure you can make a boat out of ice.
Yeah, that's even more effective. Those things are probably sleek as fuck going in the water.
Yeah, they're probably fast. Yeah. And he could probably just heal. He could just repair them as they get damaged and shit.
You can't fucking set that thing on fire. Just like...
Yeah. OP.
Overpower. Hashtag overpower.
Hashtag OP.
I mean, you could blow them up still, I'm sure.
Yeah, that'd probably be the only way.
With cannonballs and shit. But
Have to take, you'd have to hit them a lot at the same time. Where it like just cracks.
yeah, because wood is just way weaker than ice.
Yeah.
Wood is way so much weaker than ice would be. And ice can just float, like a big ass piece of ice could just float like nothing. Where wood, like, you have a limit.
You need like a certain level of science.
It's gotta make sense. Yeah, it's gotta make sense. This one could just do like a big ass ice box.
yeah, just solid ice. Just solid ice. Dig like a little platform for them to stand on.
Yeah, exactly.
They're fine.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Fucking. And then they have giants and shit too, don't they?
Oh yeah, he's taken over giants too. Yeah, giants. They got the one dragon.
Dude, they got giants on their side.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon.
He got horses. I bet he's got fucking like tigers and shit. Like
it seems so formidable.
What are they called? Shadow cats and
polar bears. Fucking, and then they probably had those elephants too. Because who had elephants? Didn't the wildlings have some elephants? Oh, and they had mammoths, right?
They had mammoths, yeah.
So Night King has mammoths too now.
And that was the whole thing. I think Cersei was trying to get some sort of that golden army or whatever, the mercenaries. So they had elephants.
About her stupid elephants.
Yeah. I want my elephants.
Who was that guy? He works with the what do they call him?
I don't know if he's
what do they call him? The Iron Bank or whatever?
Yeah, I think he's part of that. The Golden Company.
The Golden Company
is what they're called, I think.
Oh.
But they got no elephants.
Aren't they more powerful than the Lannisters, supposedly? Or no?
Well, they're supposed to be because it's funded by the bank, right? It's a mercenary group funded by the bank.
Yeah.
Which is even more rich than the Lannisters.
Yeah.
So, I think in theory, yeah, they are. But we don't know. We've never seen them or what.
On the trailer, did they have... Didn't they show the reappearance of Homeboy from fucking...
of Elephants?
No Faces? No Face? What's that?
Oh, Jack and... whatever his name is?
Yeah.
Jack and Takar or some shit?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did they show him in the trailer?
Did they? I don't remember. You know, I didn't even see the trailer, I don't think.
Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer. I don't want to watch it.
Because I didn't want to see any form of spoilers if there was any.
Yeah, exactly. But that would be a spoiler if there wasn't.
Yeah.
Because I seen like a glimpse of it. I forgot where.
But what would he be back in the picture for? Is he trying to get revenge on Arya? Or?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you see Maisie Williams? It was pretty good. The April Fool's joke.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh.
I bought that shit for a minute, and I'm like, oh no,
blah,
that's
blah,
a joke.
blah. And I was like, I don't even want to watch this. I don't even watch this. And then Jallo told me, she was like, oh, it's April Fool's thing. And I was like, oh. I think it's fucked up.
Yeah, she that was good. I bought that shit.
Yeah.
I could believe, because I watched it the day after, so it didn't even click to me. It was an April Fool's joke.
Yeah. Arya's gonna do some crazy shit this season with that crazy dagger.
Yeah, with the Valyrian steel dagger. You would imagine that anybody with Valyrian steel would be safe, right? But no.
Huh?
Probably not. Huh?
No, they're safer.
Yeah, they're safer.
Well, they had to kill those.
But everyone's got dragon glass too, so they're.
Yeah. But I mean, you could kill the regular things with regular weapons, right? But
no, well, you can like cut them in half or whatever, but the Night King can still bring them back if you just kill them with regular weapons. The whole point with dragon glass and Valyrian steel is you can kill the actual White Walker guys.
Yeah.
And
the generals.
And then anything that you kill that they've resurrected gets turned to ash or something.
Oh, yeah.
They like disintegrate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forget that he just brings them back. Did he bring back like?
Yeah, like they killed like a whole bunch of them, and then.
But wasn't that the people that died?
Died, yeah.
But those were the people that they killed, right?
Yeah, but also the people, also the ones he's already
right?
that already died, and they're like, let's say they're cut in half, they get like brought back, and they get put back together.
They get put back together.
Yeah, because they're just like a fucking skeleton. They just.
Yeah, but if you break a bone, they're like.
I don't know about that, but it's like
bended. Well, because I'm saying if you're cutting them in half,
sure.
you're cutting through the bone. You're breaking.
Maybe
it's just more holes, but I mean
more holes. It happens, all right.
They're just making them way more powerful.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know. I thought you could kill those things with regular weapons and fire.
And fire, yeah.
But and he was already more like super powerful enough for me. But now that he could just bring back them whenever,
yeah, just
by going like this.
Just has to hold it for a minute, and then it happens. That's his only weakness. You got a minute time window.
There's a taunt. You have to press the taunt button.
Mm-hmm.
The emoji. What is it?
He's got to charge it.
The emote. It takes the amount of time to do an emote as it takes for him to resurrect his fucking army.
Yep. It's your only time to strike.
I hope that's what the prequel gets more into, of who the fuck the Night King is. I wonder if they're gonna reveal that, or not.
Yeah.
Or does it even matter?
I don't think it matters unless it ends up being. I don't think it matters unless it's Bran, like some people were predicting in like a long time ago.
Kind of looks like Bran. Kind of look like.
Yeah.
But the prequel could be like how and why. It's this Bran.
Yeah, they could do that.
You just get.
Why did Bran become so?
There's a lot you can get.
Evil.
I don't know. I'm not sold on the prequel. It depends how it's done. How have they said it's gonna be? That have they revealed? Like
I haven't heard anything. I'm sure they said
just that they're gonna do a prequel.
Yeah, I think with the Ned Stark timeline, with Ned Stark and Robert Baratheon and them trying to take over.
Yeah. See, that's not that far enough back for me.
Yeah. So you see, for me, if I want a prequel, I want back when the first Aegon Targaryen came to Westeros and
start from the beginning. Yeah. Not from.
Or even like back, or like where that main city that the Targaryens all were, where the people with the grayscale are. Yeah. Get exiled to now.
Or what's that? Was there the war where all the where all the dragons died or whatever? Or like a lot of them got killed or some shit. And there's some big war.
I think that's the place I'm talking about. Where all how when Tyrion and Varys. Tyrion and Jorah were on their way to Daenerys. Yeah. And they got attacked by the grayscale people. Yeah. I think when they were going through that little river, they were going between that town. It was all a bunch of skeletons, right? It
was like ruins and shit.
Yeah. I think that was the original Targaryen land.
The original Targaryen land. But it was like the statues, and they went through the came on the boat. Mm-hmm. Like some God of War shit.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. But yeah, like the only problem with you're gonna know Ned Stark is never gonna die. Yeah. Robert Baratheon is never gonna die. Cersei's not gonna get hurt. Jaime's not gonna get hurt.
They're probably not even significant. Jaime's kind of significant. Cersei's probably not that significant.
Yeah, she probably won't be.
Jamie's kind of significant. He's like making a name for himself at that point. And then, will he bring back, what's his name?
Benjen.
Oh, the dad too. The dad's not gonna die.
We already know what's gonna. You already know what's gonna happen to Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen.
And there's gonna be a lot of fucking. I don't know. Yeah, that. But there's gonna be a lot of Tyrion bullying.
Oh yeah, yeah. As a little child.
Yeah.
Or would he be little at the time?
That she would fucking when he was born, that she would pinch his cock or something. Cersei.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, that's what Jamie said, right? That she would pinch his cock until he would be like screaming, crying, and shit.
Uh huh. There you go. She's gonna be extremely important though.
She's gonna be. Like,
but I don't think they're that young when Ned Stark's there.
No,
so
they're like in their fucking
probably like 20s, early 20s.
Yeah, 19, 20. Jamie's probably like 25.
Uh-huh. Tyrion's the youngest, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, because the mom died. That's why they hate him. Or that's why Cersei hates him.
Yeah.
And that's why the dad hated him. And because he's a midget.
Mijay.
I'm just glad it's back.
Yeah.
It's so long.
What's it been, 2 years?
Yeah, that's too long for you to wait for a fucking show.
Yeah, it does suck. It does suck that it's only 6 episodes after 2 years, though.
Yeah. But did they say it took two? Were they blaming it all on what's her name for her fucking
Who?
her head problem?
Amelia Clark?
Yeah.
I haven't heard him say anything about that. I know she had head problems a long time ago.
Yeah. But they say like that's always an issue with shooting.
Oh really?
Yeah, because she has like aneurysms and shit. That's what it was, right? She had an aneurysm or some shit.
I don't know. She's got. Yeah, I think she had like something in her head that makes her.
It was like aneurysm. Or she had like a stroke. It was something serious.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's probably why they're ending it too.
Yeah, but maybe that's where they're planning on ending it anyway.
No, I think they probably could have milked like another season. Like this season, they probably could have, like if they wanted to, they probably could have done just the Night King stuff, right? Like they finally beat the Night King, and then you go into the next season, and then you deal with all the political stuff after that, and the actual fight for the throne, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
If they, I'm saying if they really wanted to, and they wanted to like, flesh out all that stuff, they could have done that.
Yeah. I mean, if they really want to, they could just not end it. Do like as many seasons as they
Yeah, of course. But well, I'm just saying they probably felt like they needed to cut it short because maybe she's having more and more problems.
Yeah.
And filming's becoming more and more difficult.
But still, like, who else? Like, they're really like, they can't kill anybody anymore. Like, they have to build. What are you gonna start a whole new cast of characters and shit?
Mm-hmm.
Because like that was part of that's what made the show good. It was like that people you thought were main characters got killed. Yeah. And the secondary characters were actually the main characters.
The whole
but
time.
You don't have like third string. Like you don't have strong third stringers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's not like all of a sudden Theon's gonna be the
Yeah.
the main character of everything.
Yeah, or whatever, like the next generation and shit. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I forgot that they killed Littlefinger too.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. We were talking about that a couple weeks ago. I'm like, oh, what about? Yeah, we don't know what Littlefinger's gonna do. And then I thought about it like in the middle of the week. I'm like, Littlefinger's dead. Why?
They killed him in the last episode, right? Like,
the last or the second to last one of those.
Yeah. I think it was the last. I think it was like one of the very like last things that happened that season.
Yeah,
that's why I forgot about it.
Yeah, Arya finally came back to Winterfell, and then like Arianna Sansa just fucking murdered her.
Oh yeah, and then when Arya met with what's his name? When they met face to face again.
Who?
He's like, "You're a cold little bitch."
Oh yeah, the Hound.
She was hilarious. She was like ready to go.
I don't think so. I think
she was staring at him like she if he was gonna fight her, she was just gonna like
slit his throat.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
Cause she was fucking handling Brienne.
Oh yeah, she was, huh? But do you think Brienne was fighting like as hard as she could?
Well, she kind of was. Well, she wasn't beating her technically.
Uh-huh.
She was losing the technical thing, so she started getting a little like harder.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean,
I feel like if the Hound fought her, he'd resort to anything, right?
yeah.
If he was really trying to kill her.
Fighting. I don't know. You think he would with Arya because there's a soft spot for her?
Yeah, that too. But like I don't know. I feel like a theme throughout all Game of Thrones. It's always like the bigger guy is almost always better, right? Even like they always like, oh, I'm fast. He might be big, but I'm faster. And then they always fucking die to the biggest fucking guy. So, like I have with Oberyn.
Yeah.
When that guy's betting on when they're having the Coliseum fights or whatever, he's like saying, oh, the little guy's gonna win because he's faster, and he just gets fucking killed.
Yeah. That was like the little guy does good for a little while, and she gets burned. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what happened. But I don't know. He did get fucked up by Brienne.
They're the same. They're like the exact same though.
Yeah, but he's still like, he's bigger than her and then he's also a man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was one of the best fight scenes.
Brienne and Hal.
Yeah. She was brutal.
Did she throw him off a cliff?
Yeah, she like cracked him with a big ass rock.
Yeah.
And he rolled off down the cliff.
Yeah, and then Arya just left him.
Yeah. I didn't understand why she left him anyway. Just because he's such a fucking scoundrel at that point.
Maybe, yeah. I think she just wanted to.
She never forgave him for whatever. I don't even know.
Well, I think the whole point of leaving him was that she forgave. It was like her revenge, and if he lived, I don't think she cared whether he lived or died. More that he suffered in whether he survived that situation or not. So I'm sure she doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, I know that. I know she doesn't hold a grudge, but I don't know. I don't understand why she.
Has she killed everybody? No, except for Cersei. Has she killed everybody on her list?
Well, Jaime is one, isn't he?
Is he?
I would assume, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember Jaime Lannister being on the list. I know Tywin was.
Yeah.
Cersei.
Did Tywin ever figure out that she was who she was?
Who?
Tywin. Remember when he was working with it, or she was like.
Oh yeah, yeah. For a second. No, he never did. Yeah, no, he never did. Gendry didn't know who Arya was until he fucking saw her, and it's just like, oh, you're Arya Stark, okay? Like,
no, I think didn't he find out somehow?
Did he?
Find out another way? I think he found out after the fact that like when she wasn't around. I don't know, maybe not.
Maybe, I don't know.
I thought they did. I thought something had happened.
Maybe somebody told him.
Yeah. I don't remember. Yeah, I think he had got some info.
Was that when he came back or before he left?
They were looking for her. Like they had described her, I think, and he was like, "Was that her?"
Uh-huh. Yeah, that might have been. Yeah, maybe.
Star Wars now.
Next 20 minutes, Star Wars.
I'm Peter and Adam.
Peter and Adam Game of Thrones, yeah. Yeah, there's not much to talk about.
Until fucking we know more.
Shit just starts going down.
They could go any way with it.
Yeah, but with Star Wars, we got Episode 9 trailer.
Which I don't know why everyone was losing their shit over it. It was just not much of anything.
Yeah. Well, to me, it looks like she's well, a lot of people think she's just like fighting Kylo Ren, but I think she's like training.
Uh-huh.
It's like, why would your instinct be, oh, I'm gonna run along this speeder that's going straight at me? I'm just gonna do a backflip.
Do a Kobe.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna Kobe this speeder real quick. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's some sort of
Or
training.
it's gonna be fucking Luke being a ghost, fucking like how Yoda was. He's gonna be her fucking ghost companion, training her.
No, but Yoda never trained Luke as a ghost.
Yeah, but he kind of like he would come and
He would just appear and just give him some wisdom,
get guidance.
Yeah,
that's what he's gonna be.
Yeah, but he never just like I'm gonna train you today.
No, I know that, but he would still pop up and quite frequent. Like it wasn't not unfrequent. Like it was like a handful of times.
No, I think it was only the one time. Like
no, was it like 2 or 3 times?
I think it was like it might have been 2 because I think he might have like heard Yoda's voice or whatever when
That's
he was
still
fighting
a lot
with
of
Vader.
times to be contacted from the dead.
Not when they have the Force though. When they got the Force, you expect 5-6 times. You only came twice.
5-6 times. That last one was so whack. The more I like
Episode 8.
Back on it.
Yeah, well, yeah. The main thing that just kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth is just Leia.
And Luke too. The whole fucking part where he's just like a hologram or whatever the fuck he was.
I mean, I gotta accept that. Whatever.
So
like
it was just stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I'd much rather.
He was a hologram this whole time.
Well, that's the thing. But I'd much rather
I thought
that.
he was doing the cha-cha while I was shooting at him.
You know how they do that little dance?
Yeah.
Make him dance.
Shooting at the feet or whatever.
Yeah. I'd much rather that though than what they do with Leia, and where she just fucking Supermans through a fucking window.
Yeah, but it would have been cool.
She's dead. Like she's completely dead. She's completely frozen over.
But what did you get out of the alternative? Like, why not just kill them then? It would have been way more of a like, if all those blasters actually like killed him. He would have been like, fuck. Right? That's way more of an impact than what happened.
Yeah.
And it could have still served its purpose as being a fucking distraction.
Not necessarily, because like the whole time that Luke's fighting him, right? Say like it's like 10 minutes. That one blast of Luke, it's just like that wasn't a distraction at all.
He got them all to stop and like have that stupid conversation.
Sure.
And then they blasted him. It would have been way more impactful, is what I'm saying. Sure. And if Leia died, it would have been way more impactful. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
fucking hate it. I hate it so much that they did that. Like,
it's like a bad April Fool's joke.
Yeah, it was. And then it just
here's this sad Leia's dead.
It just makes it stupid because you already know in the next episode, in this next movie, they're just gonna
probably
kill her anyway.
Yeah,
because she's dead. She's like Carrie Fisher's dead. So.
Yeah. So even worse. We'll have to see her again in another fucking.
And it's probably not gonna be like actually her. It's just gonna be some CGI.
Yeah, you're gonna have to half-ass it somewhere. It's not gonna be as impactful as when she dies this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless they use some sort of like old footage that never made it into the last movie.
They did that though, this last time, because they're like, well, she's dead, so people are gonna expect us to kill her in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, but no, we're gonna get her the next one.
guys. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. You so thought she was gonna die there. This was the last thing you guys were expecting.
We're edgy.
This lazy fucking air bubble pocket syringe. She fucking grabs herself back into this half of the spaceship that's not exploded.
Yeah. This trailer, I think a lot of people like this trailer because it seems like, you know how Peter's always said, like, it seemed like the director for episode 8, it always seemed like he was just like, fuck you, JJ, and just did his own thing. It seems like in this trailer, a lot of those things that in episode 8, it's kind of like reverting everything back. Mm-hmm. Like the crushed, like when Kylo Ren breaks his helmet, like you see, like in the trailer, I don't know if you noticed, it's all glued back together.
That's so stupid.
And of course, they show Carrie Fisher, and even the title "Rise of Skywalker" can imply that Luke's gonna be back, or it confirms that Rey is a Skywalker, or they could just be going with like Ben's taking the Skywalker name, and he comes back to the good side, Kylo Ren.
Yeah,
could be one of those three. Or somehow there's just some random Skywalker baby.
That's probably the only interesting caveat to this one. Is that what could they do with that title? What does that title mean?
Right.
That's literally the only. that Mandarin looks pretty good.
The Mandalorian, yeah.
Mandarin. I was like, keep calling him Mandarin.
The Mandarin. Yeah, Mandalorian. Reminding me of. Mandalorian just means it's like the race of people that like Boba Fett and Jango Fett are from. Huh?
And that guy's called the Mandalorian?
Well, he's probably just a Mandalorian. From what I understand, I think the Mandalorian is like Mandalorians are
from that
like
almost Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. I don't know what the planet's called. It might be like Mandalore. But yeah, I think they're like an endangered people.
What was the time period?
They said 5 years after Return of the Jedi, so after Episode 6. So between the original movies and the new movies.
He made it seem like it was the way he was like it's a time era that nobody knows.
Well, I mean, it's kind of true. We don't know anything about like what any of them did between this and this. But it also sounds like it's nothing to do with Luke, Leia, or anybody. So shit going on in their thing, they probably has no effect on them on what they're doing over there. Yeah. So it could be just like a completely different thing.
No, they said that there's some. I don't know, or I guess just the universe.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's not. I don't see it that much of a different time zone because it's not that many years in between.
Right.
And if it doesn't have anything to do with anything else, then it doesn't matter anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It could be in fucking during the same exact time. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Same shit's going on. Maybe there's still the war going on between the rebels and the fucking Empire and shit, you know.
Maybe.
It's not that much of a different time era. Other than they just won the battle of fucking blowing up the Death Star.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? They blew up the Death Star, but like it seems like the Empire still won, right? When they came back to the new one.
Well, what it was like let's say they won, and then when they rebuilt their government, right?
Yeah.
The government they built then became what the Empire still was. That's how and then became the Order. So it ended up becoming corrupt, just like and then what happens is Leia made the New Republic, and the rebellion to once again throw over the new government.
So we're just in a time loop and shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like, what do you call it? What is that shit called? Paradox.
Yeah, I guess so.
An infinite paradox.
Yeah, no matter. Yeah, every time they'll take over, it'll just fucking happen again somehow.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what happens. That's what history happens. That's what happens in history.
Yeah.
That's why they say, know your history, you'll be doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
But they just don't learn.
I'm gonna pause it real quick.
Oh. The exclusives are usually really good.
Alright, so then there's also the Star Wars The Fallen Order.
Yeah, that should look whack. To be honest.
It doesn't look terrible. I mean, we don't know what gameplay is gonna be like, if it's gonna be third person.
The graphics didn't look great.
Yeah.
The storyline looked whatever. Storyline didn't catch my attention.
Well, there's not much to know about the storyline. It just kind of showed some CG trailer.
But it wasn't really like. The CG wasn't even good, but it wasn't like it didn't pique my. What do you call it? It didn't grab my curiosity or pique my interest. It just seemed like a basic storyline.
Yeah.
Like what do you call it? An archetype storyline.
Yeah, which seems like it's probably what it is because, because the main like story driven game that EA was going to be doing with Star Wars was the one by Visceral Games that they canceled like a year ago, and then they said that story games don't sell. And then God of War comes out, and Red Dead Redemption, and all this other shit comes out. I'm like, oh shit, story games are selling.
Story games that EA makes don't sell.
Yeah, maybe because it's shit. Yeah. But then they canceled it, and all of a sudden they're coming out with this. So like they probably like fucking shit this game out, because they canceled the other one.
I feel like EA should just stick to sports. Focus on your fucking sports games.
Yeah. I don't think they should have Star Wars. Because they have the publishing rights to Star Wars.
Yeah. They shouldn't do nothing that doesn't involve sports. Get the fuck out of my face. If you don't have the ball. Or you bring back boxing because you guys are doing UFC bad.
Yeah.
Just don't know what to do. They don't know how to think outside the box. You know what I'm
saying? Right. They've been stuck in a...
They're stuck in their ways.
They've been stuck in a loop.
Which whatever kind of... I don't think... Their sports games they're okay. When you play them, they're good.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, but still, like most of all the sports games, they're like very small, different iterations.
Yeah, but they kind of monopolize the industry too, because there's no one else that can compete because they don't have the licensing to. You can't. It's gonna be.
Yeah, the only other sport games are 2K.
And 2K's better, right? Yeah, 2K had it.
They were better for a little bit, and then they did something.
Now they're not as good anymore. They were good for a little while. Like I forgot which one was really good that I played. It was still it was like 2K10. I
think 2K12 was good for NBA.
Yeah, maybe it was when the Lakers won the championship. It was like their last year.
Oh, it was like 11 or 10 then.
Yeah. Yeah, it was last. I think it was the last Kobe championship. That year's one.
I know he won in 2010. I can't remember if that was the last year or if he won one more year. I could
imagine. I don't know why nobody does this, but I could imagine them just doing a football game that doesn't involve any professional teams.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's good, it'll do well, I think.
Yeah.
Even a boxing one. If the boxing one is really good and you just have fucking what do you call them? like just characters.
Just generated characters.
Yeah, not even just random. Like you come up with the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like interesting character, like a Street Fighter or whatever, but it was like a boxing.
Yeah.
EA box, well, not EA, but like, and somebody else doing like a. You try to make it like boxing, like how the EA used to do.
Yeah.
But you have these new these fantasy characters that are fucking cool and interesting.
Yeah. What if they did that? They got like, let's say they got like,
I think that
200 of those characters, right?
Yeah.
Like one, like several of each position or whatever.
Yeah.
And then at the beginning of the game, you have a fucking draft pick.
Yeah.
And you don't know shit. Like the first time you play, you don't know shit about any of these players, so you're just thinking like, I need a good quarterback. I need somebody. I need this.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you'll figure that out.
You just have random teams like that are seen and like fucking. You just have tigers or whatever. You know, like,
right?
And
because
they have cool colors. They look cool, and the game mechanics are great. Are better and more inventive than what EA's doing or whatever. You know, and it would be successful. You don't need the fucking teams.
Yeah.
You don't need to be
it's
playing
like,
as the Rams. I'd rather not.
Remember Backyard Baseball?
Yeah, those were good games.
Those were dope. Like they were just like little kid versions of the professional players. What's up in the beginning of the game? I think in the beginning of the game you just pick like what players see. Like, it was like a draft.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do all that. You can start a video game company, bro.
Bring back Backyard Baseball.
I'm just gonna do shit like that on Dreams. There's gonna be like football games and shit on Dreams. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
playing football on Dreams, basketball on Dreams. It sounds like drugs, right? Like you're doing drugs, Dreams.
Oh
man. Hey, dude, did you play basketball on Dreams?
Oh, Dreams.
Have you ever played golf?
In Dreams?
On Dreams.
Oh man, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see like what people start making.
Yeah, I wonder how it's gonna be, how hard it's gonna be to make a game, and how intuitive it is.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why they're doing early access, because they're trying to see
their templates.
Trying to see how people can handle the stuff. If there's any different ways that people might think like it would be easier to do certain things.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be awesome though. I'm really excited for that game.
Mm-hmm.
Super hyped. Super hyped. Mad hyped, bro.
It's maximum hypeness. That comes out tonight or tomorrow, whatever. Yeah, just check at 8:30.
Yeah. Tonight? Check at 8:30?
Check at 8:30 tonight. If it's not there, then it's
maybe 8:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to enlist somebody to do it for me. I'll be at work. Isn't there a way I could do it on my phone?
You have to be near your PlayStation, though, I think.
But can't I still, like, add it to my downloads?
Yeah, I think you can add it to your downloads, but I think what happens is... I think your phone has to be like your PlayStation has to be on,
and your phone has to be into the same Wi-Fi as your
might be
PlayStation to add it to my download. But like to your
list. Phone might have to be synced to your PlayStation because on the app you can sync your phone to your PlayStation.
But don't you know? Do you know how you just add it to your like library? I mean,
yeah, you probably do that, but it's not gonna download.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
because then I'll still get my spot, right? It won't run out if I just add it to my library.
What do you mean? What do you mean your spot?
Because isn't it limited?
I don't know. I thought the early access was gonna be just it's like $20 if you buy it, or however many dollars.
Yeah, but I think it's a limited access. Like I think they're doing limited amounts.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I wonder if you just add it to your library.
Yeah, it should be good then.
Or do you have to actually log in, and then they give you access? After you like sign in, like you probably have to give them your when you go into the game, they're like probably tell you to do like a profile, how like Ubisoft does or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Because they want feedback and shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I would assume. I would assume if it were limited access, they would have made you go through like their website or something, and then they'd give out codes.
Yeah,
or based on like, however many people they want in.
Or yeah.
If you're just gonna buy it off the store, then I would assume whoever just buys it off the store is gonna be able to.
But if it's still limited, unless they do it like on the store, and then it won't show up for people once it's cut off. Like how we try to search for it right now and it didn't show up.
I don't think they would be able to do that. Like they wouldn't be able to let you buy something and then be like, oh no, you can't play it actually.
No, not play it, but not. I'm not. If you add it to your library, you're probably good. Yeah. But I'm saying if you don't, if you didn't get it in time,
maybe the download won't be there at all. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't show up.
Maybe. That's the only way.
I don't know. But yeah, we can wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up.
Petering out to the max. Petering out to the max.
Hope your peters are out because we're petering out with you.
Yeah. We're petering out on Tide.
Yeah, make sure you buy Tide.
Tide.
Put your peters out in the Tide.
Use code word Peter out.
Code word Peter out.
You get a discount on the Tide Pods for your ass. For your skid mark draws. For your shit stains. Get them shit stains out. Petering out.
Petering out. Check out our Facebook at The Real Press Start. Twitter at Real Press Start. Make sure to follow us on any podcast apps you can find. Look for The Real Press Start.
The petering out.
We are looking for a change into petering out podcast soon.
We'll get them shirts.
Maybe.
Peter out.
Anyway. Later.
Bye.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.